We will all chant together Bhakti Yoga Shloka Sangraha, Dhyana Shloka. Vasudeva Arjuna Uvacha. Once again. Arjuna Uvacha. Evametadhyathatvam. Atmanam Parameshwara. Evametadhyathatvam Atmanam Parameshwara. Drashtumichhami te rupam. Aishwaram Purushottama. Drashtumichhami te rupam. Aishwaram Purushottama. Shloka evametadhyathatvam atmanam parameshwara drashtumichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. Evametadhyathatvam atmanam parameshwara drashtumichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. Yes. So this is a shloka by Arjuna, which has again very profound implication for Bhakti Yoga. We will just see the word split first. Evam etat yatha atha tvam atmanam parameshwara drashtum ichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. So here what he says, Arjuna, these are the words of Arjuna and not Krishna. So he says, Parameshwara, O Supreme Controller of the universe, evam etad yatha, the way in which you describe yourself, that is, this points to, this is right in the beginning of the 11th chapter, so this refers to the 10th chapter. So in great elaboration, the Vibhuti of Bhagavan has been spoken. Masanam margashirshosmi, rutunam kusmakaraha, yajnanam japayajñosmi. In various walks of life, what is the manifestation of Ishvara? That Krishna had spoken one full chapter, about 45-46 shlokas. So in this manner, you have spoken about your glories. So, Atmanam, about your own manifestations, your own glorious presence in various aspects of life that we see, you have spoken in great elaboration, O Parameshwara. Then, so the next line is very important, Purushottama, O best among the Purushas. Purushottama here refers again to Ishvara. This is Uttamah Purusha, which is Paramatma. Purushottama, now you have spoken in great detail about yourself. Now I want to see. Drashtum ichhami. Ichha means desire. So now there is a desire in me to see your Aishwaram Rupam, your form in all its glory. Sorry. In all your glory, in all the grandeur of your manifestation, I want to see. So this second line is the key aspect of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is not merely listening to lectures or singing some songs. Bhakti Yoga should instill in us a very strong desire to have a vision of Bhagavan. So, if that is there, then the realization will come about. We just be going with the flow, there will be no change in us. No remarkable transformation Bhakti Yoga can bring about if there is no ichha in us, that desire to see the Bhagavan. So, what made Swami Vivekananda is drashtum ichhami. He did that. Did he not do? You know about the life history of Swami Vivekananda. What brought him to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? Drashtum ichhami. The desire to see. He was listening to lectures from his professor about God and so on and so forth. So he asked his professor, is there anyone who might have seen this God? Then yes, there are people, saintly people who might have seen this God. So he goes on asking people. And the lesson that we learn from Swami Vivekananda also is that many people may turn us down. No, I have not seen. I only heard. I only just sing the glories of Bhagavan. So many people did not kind of fulfill his desire of seeing Bhagavan. So he was not demotivated or not discouraged. So he went on asking people, and finally when he met Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he asked, have you seen God? I also want to see God. Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, just like I see you in flesh and blood, I have seen the God, and there is no problem for me to show you the same Bhagavan, Bhavatarini especially, Mata Bhavatarini, I can show you. So that desire makes a person a Vivekananda. Desire to see that divine form, that should be intense. Even in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's life, we see that when the sun goes down every day when the sun sets, we click pictures and enjoy. When the sun rises or the sun sets, we just enjoy that scenery. But when every day the sun sets, you can see in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, if you read it, you see when the sun goes down, he will be in despair. He will be in, when he was Gadadhara, before becoming Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, one more day the sun has set without me having the vision of the God. So such was the intense yearning. The word in Sanskrit, in English is yearning. That intense yearning will bring about. That is a very crucial element in Bhakti Yoga. So that is what makes a Bhakta into a Bhakta Shiromani. So we have Mirabai, Kabir Das and so many other Bhaktas. They were not merely singing the songs. They had in their mind an intense yearning to have the Sakshatkara of Bhagavan. So Sakshatkara is quite possible. And people like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa not only had the vision, they also showed. So that Ichha is very important. That Ichha is expressed in this. So that is to be instilled in us if Bhakti Yoga has to make any transformation in us towards wellness and happiness. Thank you.
Today we have one more gentleman with us who is a Easterner, Indian, but he is a master in the best of the West, the technology. I am very glad to introduce him. Rakesh Sharma ji, he is also from US. He is a IITian from Kanpur. He is a financial advisor to many US companies. And he is the global president of IIT Kanpur Alumnus Association. Thank you so much, sir, for coming for Prarthana Milan. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti.